Welcome back to the channel, coin collectors and history lovers. Today, we're diving deep into one of the earliest and most iconic coins from the U.S. 50 State Quarters program, the 1999 Pennsylvania State Quarter. This coin isn't just a piece of change you might find in your pocket. It tells a story about the birth of the nation, industrial strength, and the rich heritage of the Keystone State. Whether you're new to coin collecting or a seasoned numismatist, by the end of this video, you'll know everything about this coin, from its design to its current market value, rare varieties, and how to identify a valuable one in your own collection. Let's start with its background. The 1999 Pennsylvania State Quarter was released as the second coin in the 50 State Quarters series by the United States Mint. The program began in 1999 and ran until 2008, with each state honored in the order it ratified the Constitution or was admitted to the Union. Pennsylvania ratified the Constitution on December 12, 1787, becoming the second state to do so. And that's why its coin was second in the series. The Pennsylvania Quarter was officially released into circulation on March 8, 1999. It was struck at both the Philadelphia Mint, marked with a P mint mark, and the Denver Mint, which carries a D mint mark. No coins from the San Francisco Mint were released into circulation. Those were special proof coins, intended for collectors, and struck with an S mint mark in 90% silver or clad composition, depending on the set. Now, let's talk about the coin's design, which is rich in symbolism. On the reverse side, the back of the coin, you'll find a statue-like figure representing the Commonwealth, which is the official title Pennsylvania uses instead of state. This allegorical figure is a robed woman holding a staff, symbolizing justice and strength. To the left of her is outline of the state of Pennsylvania, and just below that is a keystone, which represents the state's nickname, the Keystone State. Pennsylvania played a critical role in holding together the early American colonies, much like a keystone holds together an arch. The inscriptions include Pennsylvania 1787 to mark the year of statehood, 1999 for the year of minting, e pluribus unum, and virtue, virti, independence, which is the official state motto. The coin's obverse or front side features the familiar image of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan, which was used on all state quarters. Now, let's discuss mintages and how many were produced. In 1999, the Philadelphia Mint struck over 349 million Pennsylvania quarters, while the Denver Mint produced slightly fewer, around 358 million. That means a total of over 707 million business strike coins were released into circulation. While this might sound like a lot, and indeed it was, many of these coins have now been worn down, lost, or damaged over the decades. High-grade examples are now much harder to find in circulation. Speaking of high-grade coins, let's move into value. For circulated examples, the kind you might find in your change, these are usually only worth face value, 25 cents. However, when you get into uncirculated or mint state coins, the value can rise. A 1999 Pennsylvania quarter in mint state 65 Ms. 65 condition can sell for $1 to $5, depending on demand and appearance. Coins graded Ms. 67 and higher are considerably rarer and more valuable. At auction, some Ms. 67 plus coins have sold for between $75 and $150. But these are exceptional coins, well struck, with no contact marks and full luster. Now, for collectors and investors, the real money is in the proof coins. These were struck at the San Francisco Mint and came in two types: clad proof and silver proof. The clad proof version, which has a mirror-like finish and was made for collectors, typically sells for $3 to $6 today in PR 69 condition. On the other hand, the 90% silver proof version, which weighs a bit more and has a beautiful shine, sells in the $10 to $25 range, depending on condition and whether it's still in its original government packaging. A perfect PR 70 silver proof can fetch $40 or more, especially if graded by a top service like PCGs or NGC. Now, let's move into errors and varieties, where things get really interesting. Error coins are often the most valuable and exciting finds for collectors. In the case of the 1999 Pennsylvania quarter, there are a few notable errors you should watch out for. One of the most famous is the off-center strike error, where the design is misaligned on the planchet. Depending on how far off-center the coin is and whether the date is still visible, values can range from $50 to over $300. Another rare but valuable error is the clipped planchet, where a portion of the coin is missing due to a miscut during minting. These also can sell for $20 to $150, depending on the severity of the clip. Additionally, some collectors have reported die cracks, cuds, and doubled dies on Pennsylvania quarters. These are all minting anomalies caused by damage to the dies used to strike the coins. A doubled die, where parts of the design appear doubled, is especially valuable and sought after. Although no major doubled die for the Pennsylvania quarter has been confirmed as widely known, it's always worth checking with a loupe or microscope if you find unusual doubling in the lettering or figure. If you're collecting state quarters or investing in them, storage and condition matter a lot. Keep your high-grade coins in airtight holders, coin flips, or certified slabs to preserve their value. Even light scratches, fingerprints, or environmental damage can reduce a coin's value significantly. If you find one in change that looks shiny or almost new, it's worth setting aside and maybe even getting it graded. Before we wrap up, let's take a quick look at where the market might be going. While most Pennsylvania state quarters aren't rare, the market for ultra-high-grade examples and error coins continues to grow as more people enter the hobby and begin hunting for hidden gems. This makes the 1999 Pennsylvania quarter a great entry point for new collectors and a fun target for roll hunters. In summary, the 1999 Pennsylvania state quarter is more than just a 25-cent piece. It represents a turning point in U.S. coinage history with the launch of the 50 State Quarters program. Its design honors Pennsylvania's key role in America's founding, its strength in industry and government, and its enduring spirit. While most coins you find will be worth face value, those in pristine condition or with unusual errors can be worth much more. Keep an eye on your change, examine your coins closely, and you just might find a piece of history hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this detailed look at the 1999 Pennsylvania State Quarter, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into rare and valuable coins. Drop a comment below if you've found one of these coins in your collection or if there's a coin you'd like us to cover next. Until next time, happy hunting and take care.